today. You've got us back. It's Katrina and Simon.
It is. After Ben and Sophie last week, they did a brilliant job, didn't they?
Really good job.
Yeah. I'm feeling quite intimidated by, Sophie's performance.
She was excellent. But I'm glad we don't have to eat apples off a string, because that was hard.
Do we not?
Well, let's see what they've got for us. So, yeah, we're really happy to be here today. Welcome to Kerith today. Got loads of great stuff ahead.
Yeah.
What have we been doing this week?
Well, what have you been doing this week?
Oh, it's giving you some thinking time,
Absolutely.
is it?
Yeah. No, you did something really exciting yesterday.
I did.
I
did something. I mean, people won't know that. This is really out of my comfort zone. In case I made a living wreath for the front door, like spring flowers and things.
Was a thing?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at that sort of thing. I'm not very good at exact things. But if you can freestyle it a bit, I'm all right. So it was on Zoom. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think the main thing for me this week, we got together as a staff team.
As
a sort of senior staff team, trying to plan what church looks like coming back. So we actually had 2 days together physically as a team. We all had to take COVID tests and all that sort of stuff, which is the first time I've taken a COVID test all the way through. And it's amazing how far you can push things.
It's the diagram was worse, actually, showing how far the thing went up. But our teenagers are doing that all the time, aren't they?
It can go a long way up, can't it? Anyway, we did that, and it was great to be together. And some of the team I haven't seen physically for a year. And we come up with some great stuff for how we're going to go back to church physically and what we're going to carry on digitally as well. So
that was very good, wasn't it?
That was very good.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, so wondered about in the chat today. Have you learnt a new skill in lockdown? We've been a year since we went into lockdown. So what kind of skills have you picked up? Perhaps you've become a hairdresser. Perhaps you've learnt to bake some bread or something. I don't know. What have you done?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot more cooking.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I've done a lot more meal preparation.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You even did the other thing, the thing the other day where we're putting the towels away, and instead of just leaving them, you said, I don't know where these actually live. And then I told you, and you put them there rather than leave them for me.
Yeah?
Brilliant. That was brilliant.
Was
I loved that.
You loved that,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I'll have forgotten by the next time we put the towels away.
We'll keep at it. We'll keep practicing that skill.
We'll keep working on it.
Yeah. Hey, we've got a game.
We have got a game.
Yep. Ben, our props man. We don't want to be left out of games. I mean, to be honest with you, you should have red because that is your favourite colour.
That is my favourite colour.
And I like blue, so we'll have that.
So finally, what we have to do is take the cup off the top.
Yeah.
And then put it on the bottom. And there's one that's red, and you've got one that's blue.
And one of us has practised, and one hasn't.
Yeah, and one of us is competitive, and one of us isn't.
One cup at a time.
One cup at a time.
One cup at a time, as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyone serving drinks on our coffee teams will know this is hard actually to get the cups apart.
And hopefully this is not going to go back into circulation after we've done this. You won't be drinking from these on a Sunday. You're getting your first one ready, aren't you?
We can have best of three, can't we?
But it'll only be best of one if you win this one.
I don't think I'm going to be very good at this. Any case.
Are we going to...
Yeah, so as quick as you can, one cup at a time, you've got to get that colour cup through the stack to the front.
Through the stack back to the top.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh no, it's harder than you think.
Oh no! Disaster! I do.
Oh my word, you said your hands hurt, Ben. Oh, shh, don't put me under pressure. I'm not very good if I think I'm winning.
It's quite physical. I'm not sure I'm going to
Don't put me on the host team, anyone. I won't be able to do this with the coffee cups.
Oh no, I've lost some cups.
What happens if you drop one? Yes!
The winner!
1-0.
Oh, my hands are shaking.
I lost some cups there. I don't know where they were.
Oh, goodness me. I don't think I can talk. Well done, me. That was good.
Yeah, congratulations. That was very good. Okay.
So we'll finish it there, probably.
And now we hand over to online church.
Hey, no, we just said, didn't we? It was a year ago today we had gone in going into lockdown and everything closing down and
Yeah, just thinking back to a year ago. Actually, it was Mother's Day was the first totally online meeting that we did. If you remember, we were going to have the Radio 4. We were going to host the Radio 4 Sunday morning service, and then we were going to have Ruth Valerio speak at our gathering, and all those plans changed on about the Wednesday or Thursday of that week, and we cancelled all of that. That Sunday we had a band here live, but no one else was here, just the team.
Yeah.
Paul Manwaring did a brilliant closing worship, which I think we're going to see some of next week, was just prophetic in terms of what he spoke and what he brought. And then the following week, I remember the camera all turned up at my front door on the Tuesday, and we were setting it up in our kitchen and preaching from the kitchen from the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And so hard to imagine that's been a year. Tuesday will be the 1-year anniversary of the first lockdown. And
just so proud of all the team that made that happen for a year. I mean, amazing, isn't it? And how we've developed and been flexible and...
Yeah, I think hugely proud of the teams, and just thinking through Kerith Kids TV and Sonia and her team, what a brilliant job they've done. Ben Pocock's really spearheaded, along with Callum Field, the whole digital online effort. They've just been magnificent, and
wonderful.
across the board, the different people who've blessed us. But I'm also so proud of our church. I just want to say for all of you who are still a year in, still engaging and watching in small groups, giving, doing all the stuff.
Yeah.
The Bible talks a lot about perseverance.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us thought this time last year we'd still be in it a year later. But so grateful for how everyone's persevered through this season and just kept going, church. And we're going to get through this. We're not going to be meeting physically this side of Easter, but hopefully not long after we'll start to gather again physically. And if we stick to that June date, hopefully we'll be back to something approaching normality by the end of June. So just so proud of church, on every level, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Been a year.
I know, incredible, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would have
I'm glad we
guessed?
didn't know that was coming. I don't think I could have thought I could have done a year.
No. I think even the pessimists amongst us, like me, were like, well, September maybe.
I remember people saying, how many weeks will it be, how many months? And you were like, Easter or September. We were a bit shocked then. You were always way realistic.
I've always been further out than most of the rest of the team.
But which has helped us, actually. It's been good.
Yeah.
Hey, we did a poll on our Instagram account for people to vote for their favourite kind of church online Kerith Today moment from the different things we've done. So we did that Ben versus Ben versus Ben
that was a lot of fun,
quiz
wasn't
in
it?
August, didn't we? Which ended with one being slimed, gunged.
Yeah. We did the one with me and you in the canoe.
Yeah, that was fun.
I
enjoyed that.
Oh, that was Shari's kids, wasn't it?
Yeah, they
Carrot
were
and Hope.
shooting us,
They were
weren't
shooting
they?
us. They showed no mercy whatsoever.
No mercy.
So Carrot and Hope, if you're watching this,
we'll get you back at some point.
You're in our view.
We did a thing with some other churches, some battles
We did.
with
We had
biscuits balancing on faces and things like that. Oh, and pegs.
Yeah, Emmaus Road
That was quite
and
fun.
Glow Jan. They both cheated and we won. And then we had Valentine's Day a few weeks ago, didn't we?
was fun.
Josh versus G, trying to eat
was
their
fun.
McDonald's Valentine's breakfast using litter pickers.
Yeah,
so
that was good.
So
something never to be repeated, presumably.
Yeah. So I think we're going to watch that now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to watch the one that won.
Are we?
Da-da-da-da.
Excellent. And the winner was not us.
Ben versus Ben versus Ben.
So let's let the video roll.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Hello and welcome to the game. I am Joe, and for this game we have got Ben versus Ben versus Ben. So let's have a look at our contenders.
Thanks, Joe. First up, we've got a man with wit drier than the Sahara Desert and the wingspan of an NBA basketball player. It's Ben Britton. Next up, muscles so strong they can break through some very delicate pottery. It's Ben Never Trust a Courier Pocock. And finally, the paragon of the PowerPoint presentation, the senior shoulder tapper. It's Ben Oliver.
So they are going to start on this blue crust, and then they are going to run over to this table where they are going to pick up a blindfold, put it on. Then they are going to run down this corridor. It's very narrow. They might run into a door. They might run into the wall. Might be funny, might hurt. Who knows? We'll see what happens. And then they're going to take off the blindfold. And then they're going to have to shoot a goal. Oh, I scored! And then they are going to move over where they're going to be asked a very, very tricky question. And then they're going to have to catch 3 marshmallows in their mouth. A lot better than I did. And then they are going to run over to the finish line. And then whoever does it the quickest wins. So Ben versus Ben versus Ben. Who's going to win?
And here we go, an intense stare as Ben Britton gets ready. And he's off! An explosive start straight over to the blindfold. He's got it on and into the narrow corridor. Oh, utilising that excellent wingspan. Hands on either side, getting his way through. Almost stacked it there, but he's coming through a wonderful technique, great speed, and he's through. Ball into the goal, absolute ease. Now for the intellectual question.
Interesting. The sea.
The sea?
No.
No.
Sponge.
Nope.
He's struggling here.
Soap.
Nope.
Towel.
Yes.
He's got it, but with some great difficulty. Lost one marshmallow. Can he get the second?
Yay!
Oh, he's just about got it, and he's off to the finish line. Not the best of times, but we'll see how it goes. Well, I hope you bought your tickets to the gun show, because here comes Ben Pocock. And he's off! Straight to the blindfold. He picks it up. He's struggling to get it on there. You'd hate to see how he puts on a mask, but he's through into the narrow corridor. He's a little bit slow, a little bit more hesitant. He's bashing around a little bit. Oh, but he's got... Oh, look at this. A lovely smooth finish. Straight through. Blindfold off. Into the goal. Wonderful
What is
job.
at the
Listen to
end
the
of
question.
everything?
The end of everything.
God.
What a Sunday school
Everything.
answer.
A G.
Yes.
He's done it, but he's run off. Oh, what about the marshmallows? Come back, Ben. Come on. In one, he smashed it all the way through to the finish line. A great time. And now it's Ben Oliver. We told him there's no shoulder tapping anybody in allowed, and he's off. Slow and steady, cautious, gets that blindfold on, makes some adjustments. That's very good technique. He comes through a little bit unsteady, far more cautious than the other two, but he's going to make sure he's through with no injuries, and that's very, very safe, very up to health and safety standards. Straight to the football, it's in, no problems there.
What do
Onto the
cows
question.
drink? Yes.
Oh, you're not tricking this man. But he runs off too quickly again. Oh my goodness. Misses a marshmallow. He's going to be losing time here. Misses another one. Can he get this one? Oh my goodness. He's finally done it. He celebrates too early, gets to the finish line, but he's there. He's finished. It's all over.
Okay, so we are outside. It is raining, and we couldn't gunge the loser inside Kerith for some reason. So we have seen the 3 contenders. Do you want to know who won? Because I really want to tell you. So the winner of Ben versus Ben versus Ben, it is Ben Pocock. As you saw earlier, Ben Pocock was the winner. So I have Ben Oliver and Ben Britton, one of the losers. They lost very, very dramatically. So I'm about to gunge the loser. So here goes nothing. No.
I am so glad I haven't got that pink stuff on my head.
Yeah. I think you'd still be trying to get that out, wouldn't you?
Yes, yeah. Nice victory dance, Ben Pocock. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Yeah, very,
nice
very
moves
good.
there.
Hey, people to say hello to. Hi, Kerry Lee and Shola, Dan. Hi, Sue. Hi, Joy. Hi, Paul, Callum, Joe, Betsy, Helen, Rachel, Olu. Hi to everyone watching today.
Yeah, and people learning new skills. Helen's learned how to make sugar-free chocolates.
Ooh.
Michael's learned how to clean the fridge, much to his wife's satisfaction. Vivian has made Chinese New Year cakes, and David has learned to do video calls. So, yeah, keep letting us know what skills have you learnt this year. And Suzanne is saying she loves how competitive Katrina is. A girl after her own heart. People wouldn't realise. And Ben B is a poor loser.
Oh,
I don't see.
one of the Bens cheated. Ben, you're holding on to that grudge from last August.
Yeah.
Let it go. Just let it go, okay? Let it go.
And Heather just saying how proud she is of church across the whole year. Yeah, have been amazing team.
Yeah, really good.
Cool. Well, we want to tell you about an event, which is coming up now, don't we?
Yeah.
So, Rod Williams. We want to introduce you to someone called Rod, who is going to be doing an interactive virtual illusions show called The Real Deal.
Sounds good, doesn't it? He's going to show off some of his skills as a magician whilst he works through aspects of his story from his autobiography. We're going to interview him in a moment, actually, so we'll hear a lot more about that. But basically, he's had a life where he really hit rock bottom, and then he began a journey towards faith, and we're going to hear about that.
Yeah. So Tricked is a free event. It's going to be streamed live on TV or your computer via Facebook or YouTube accounts. Yep. And if you need a reminder, so we've got this the wrong way around. I've done all Katrina's stuff and she's done all my stuff, which I will have to admit was entirely my fault, wasn't it?
Oh, thank you.
I jumped in the wrong place.
That's absolutely fine, no worries. Hey, listen, you can get a reminder for this in a really funky way. If you text Tricked, I feel like we're on the telly now saying things like this, because they do things like this all the time, like you have to text something. Cool.
Yeah.
So if you text Tricked to 66777. You get sent a free text reminding you about it. It's going to be on the 31st of March in the evening for an hour, a Facebook Live and Kerith YouTube channel event. So that sounds fun.
Yeah.
There'll be loads of reminders through the morning about
There
that,
will.
but maybe
You'll
just
hear
your
lots
first
about
heads
it.
up about that. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, a nod to how we're going to do things from now on.
Yeah.
They won't all be sort of open the building, fill it with people that can come locally.
No,
if
we're
you can
gonna
do
have
an
this-
online thing that loads of people can attend, it's going to be great, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll have this hybrid of some stuff will be online,
Yeah.
some stuff will be physical,
Yeah.
and we'll just work out which works best.
Be really good.
So, we have the privilege today of meeting Rod and
Yeah.
getting to know him a bit.
Yeah.
So, Rod, great to have you with us. Hey!
Welcome.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Hi, Katrina and Simon. You doing well?
Oh, we're doing really
Really
well,
well, thank you. Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah. Hey, tell us, have you learnt a skill in lockdown, Rod? We're thinking about that today.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say I've developed my skill as a magician and illusionist because I've had to learn to do things virtually online. So can I just do a quick demonstration to you now?
Please
Is
do.
that okay?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Simon, I'm going to throw you an invisible deck of cards through the virtual world right now.
Okay.
Catch. Brilliant. Can you
Okay.
take those cards out? Oh, that was a good catch. That was
Yeah.
a great catch. Okay, brilliant, Simon. Could you take the cards out of the packet, please?
Yeah, sure. Yep, got them.
Could you spread them and ask Katrina to pick a card?
Okay, pick a card.
Do I actually pick it out?
Yes, if you could, that would be helpful.
Look at us miming.
Yeah.
Very good. You're doing well. Katrina, have a look at that card.
Yeah.
And for the first time, Katrina, do you want to tell everybody which card that you've just chosen?
2 of hearts.
The 2 of hearts, okay? That's quite mad that you've picked the 2 of hearts because earlier today, I did something. Do you want to see what I did? I took the 2 of hearts, yeah? And I turned it upside down because I knew, Katrina, that you would pick the 2 of hearts today. Can you see that?
Yep.
Would that be mad if it was the 2 of
It
hearts?
would
That
be really
crazy.
mad.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Katrina did well. It's the 2 of
Wow.
hearts.
How did you do that? That is incredible.
So that's one of my new skills
Wow.
I've developed. And obviously you can see more on the 31st of March.
I'm in. I'm
yeah.
coming. I'm in. I'm coming to that.
Cool.
By your world.
Well, that's brilliant. Thank you. Wow.
Wow.
And we've never met each other, have we? And you didn't talk
No,
to me
no.
earlier today and all the rest
No,
of it.
I learned where to put the towels. Rod's learned how to do that. I'm feeling deeply humbled
It's all
now.
right. No, listen, yours is very important. Hey, Rod, we'd love to hear a bit more about you. So why don't you just tell us a bit more about yourself and your family, where you're from, what you do?
Sure. Okay, so yeah, originally from South Wales. Don't mention the rugby, but I'm a very proud Welshman. I always tell people I have a Welsh flag normally on my wall. I've got the Trick banner up now, but the Welsh flag's great because it doubles as a picture of my mother-in-law. And only joking. I'll stick to the tricks. But I live in West Yorkshire in Bradford with my wife, and I have 2 daughters, a 23-year-old. I know I don't look old enough to have a 23-year-old daughter, and a 3-year-old as well.
Oh,
And
wow.
I work for Christians Against Poverty. Been working for CAP now for 12 years. In fact, me and Sarah Walker, trained together 12 years ago. And we were reminiscing the other day about that. But it's been an exciting journey with CAP. I also founded Real Deal Ministries that I set up when my book was published in 2014. That facilitates sort of the work that I do in prisons and getting free copies of my book into the hands of prisoners. Me and my wife are approved adopters and foster carers more recently. So yeah, we're very busy with lots of amazing things, and yeah, it's great. And obviously, I do. I'm an illusionist or magician, whatever word you want to use. So I like using my skills to connect with people, to ultimately connect them with the message of the gospel. So creative ways to interact with people and to show the love of Jesus.
Wow, that sounds busy. That sounds like a lot of different things going on in your world.
Varied, isn't it? Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how did you come to faith? What was that journey like for you?
Yeah, so Jesus really completely rocked my world in 2002 when I was serving a prison sentence for drug smuggling. And what took me to that place of imprisonment really was about a 7-8 year period of my life that was dominated by addiction, crime, wrong choices. And I got caught up in this world that was very self-destructive. I ended up in a squat in Brixton in London, a crack den in March 2002, and that was my rock bottom. Ended up smuggling drugs back to the island to pay off a debt and got caught. And then, through sort of the prayers of my family, they were Christians and they believed in the power of prayer. They believed and were expecting that God would invade my world at some point. It didn't happen as quickly as they would have liked, but it did happen. And through reading testimony books in prison, crossing the switchblade, Run Baby Run, the ones that quite people are familiar with, it just really took me on that journey of exploring Jesus. And I went on that journey of thinking, is this Jesus really the real deal? Could he do that for me? And then one night I took a step of faith. I asked Jesus into my life and he answered me. And I just was filled with a love and a peace and a joy. And I just knew Jesus was real. I knew he had a plan for my life. And since then, it's just been a journey of discipleship and spiritual maturity, and just my heart was just filled with a love and compassion to tell others and to help others. And I've been involved since then. After rehabilitation, after sort of getting myself sorted first, because that's really important, and getting off the drugs and out of prison and sort of fixed, I suppose. God's used me since then to sort of help drug addicts and people in debt and anybody and everybody really that needs to hear about Jesus. So that's my heart, that's my passion. I love it. Anything evangelism, witnessing, reaching people with the gospel. That's what drives me.
Wow, that is just an incredible testimony. Right, I just want to say to anyone who's watching this, if you feel like you're irredeemable or your life is in a place that Jesus cannot sort out where you've got to, just hear Rod's testimony this morning and know that God can meet you wherever you're at. And just sense that, maybe some people watching today or are going to watch later in the week, and just this power, the power of prophecy, what God's done before, Amen. He's going to do again.
Absolutely.
And it's just amazing
we
story.
thank God for your story. That's amazing. Hey, we've told people already, and they're going to hear a bit more about Trick. Do you want to just tell us kind of who it's for and how we can engage in that?
Yes, really, this is for everybody, but ultimately the purpose is an outreach opportunity. So pre-COVID, I did a lot of physical events, outreach events with churches through my CAP role, through Real Deal Ministries. And over the last few months, sort of probably just before Christmas, I thought about doing what I would normally do physically, but bringing it online. So it's an easy event to invite people to. The first half is going to be split into two halves. Will be me just doing some interactive tricks. So it's going to be streamed on YouTube and Facebook, as you know, but there's also going to be a live audience that I'm going to be doing interactive tricks with via Zoom. So that'll be my audience, and people can just watch that. So that's going to be a bit of an icebreaker, a bit of fun, and similar to the trick I did at the start, and get lots of wow moments and people really engage. And then the second half will be me sharing my story about how I was tricked into embracing this world that promised me everything, but ended up just causing a lot of hurt and pain. But also then the power of the gospel that invaded my world, changed my life, and that same message that changed my life could change the person watching on the night. So there's going to be a transition then into a gospel presentation, which will be more of an inviting people sort of to explore Christianity, but also there'll be a point where I invite people if they're ready to make that decision there, and then the hosts will then be able to follow up with explaining about an alpha course that I believe you'll have coming up very soon. So invite your world, your friends, your neighbours, anybody that is in your world right now that isn't a Christian, that they need to know about Jesus. This is an easy invite. And it's something that is going to be fun, interactive, and trust that lots of seeds will be planted, and even people come to know Christ as well. That's what we believe.
Brilliant.
Well, thank you so much. I really look forward to that, Rod. That's brilliant.
Yeah, so it's Wednesday, 31st of March, isn't it?
Yeah. More information coming up about that.
And obviously, brilliantly online, we can just invite anyone from anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyone from anywhere in the country or even around the world can be a part of that and join in. We'd love to have as many people there as possible. So, we're looking forward to that. Thank you ever so much for your time this morning. And
Thanks for inviting me.
God bless you. Wonderful to have you with us.
See you. Bye.
Yeah. Very good.
A few people have said, awesome testimony, Rod. God bless you. An amazing story of the journey of discovering Jesus. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Hey, great, authentic, story. Really
and
good.
how did he do that?
I have no idea.
No. Anyone who thinks that was set up,
I know.
it just wasn't.
I was like, what is my card? I looked at my hand. I thought,
Yeah, I'm going to be contacting Ian Bailey. If you don't know Ian, he's a magician in our.
They never tell you.
Kerith.
They won't tell you, honey.
He might tell me secretly if I ask him really nicely, what's going on.
Do it next week. Or... Let's have a little look at the other messages. Oh, people, Let's leave the Ben thing because, Ben needs to get over it.
Hey, let me quickly do a finance update for you.
Yep.
So just let you know about giving, which is another one of those things that's just been amazing through this year. So our February giving, the budget was £75,000 and the actual giving was just over £81,000, which is just amazing.
Praise
so
God.
Around £6,000 over budget. And that means for the year, we're over just about £9,000 over budget.
Oh,
so
so
just
much
a huge
to thank
thank
God
you to
for.
everyone who gives. And all of that money, all the money, but even the extra money is going to just allow us to do so much more. We've got more plans than we've got money for at the moment. And we're just going to invest that in doing that.
Yeah, really good. Hey, today, church, we're going to hear from Paul Manwaring, and he's here now. So, hi, Paul. Oh, good to see you, just through the door there. So, we'd love to hear what you're preaching on today. Looking forward to that.
Moses and David, when they were getting ready for a new season, both said something similar. And Moses said this, he said, "Do not lead us up from here if your presence doesn't go with us." And David said, "Let's go and get the ark because we didn't inquire of it in the days of Saul." So it's really about the presence of God. And you could call it Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's not lost, but we might have forgotten about it a little bit.
Sounds brilliant.
We are so looking forward to that. Always good when we hear from Paul, isn't it? He serves us so brilliantly. It's really, really good.
Very good. Okay, just a reminder for church today. Particularly if you're on our church website, kerith.church/live, there's live prayer there. So if you click on the prayer button there, you can receive any prayer anytime during the meeting. And if you click on that, you'll go to a chat room where you can chat with one of our trained team who will have a text conversation with you, and you can tell them what you would like them to pray for, and they'll pray for you there and then. So please make use of that today.
Really good. Now, I just wonder if we're going to have time for that game again.
Well, I think you're
winning. Or we should just leave it, really. Should we just leave it?
I think probably for the sake of our marriage.
Do you? I mean, we've got a couple of minutes. Do you want to have another go?
Probably best to leave you 1-0 up, I think.
No, I don't want a pity win.
No, I think you genuinely won.
Well, we can...
One go, go on.
One more, come on.
One more,
okay.
Go on.
Come on. Yeah, I don't want pity.
Now, have you just checked you got the same number? Okay, 3, 2...
Oh, score right then.
2, 1, go.
Oh, no! Oh, what happened there? Oh, dear. Oh, no. It's all gone pear-shaped. The victory has gone to my head.
Huge cheating going on here.
Oh, no. I must have really shoved them in. Oh.
Yeah, no panic. If I do win, this is going to make it 1-1. We're going to have to do it at home this afternoon.
Oh dear,
That could be
really
disastrous.
I shoved them in the first time round, didn't I?
Excuses. Oh, yes.
I'm pathetic, look at that. Oh, no. If only we hadn't had time.
Yeah, okay.
Well done, darling. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of you.
Thank you. I
Brilliant.
think overall I probably won the
That's
second
the
one by
trouble.
more than
I'm
you
like
won the
that with
first
things
one.
like bowling, aren't I? Like, I'll do well and then I'm rubbish. And you just get better and better. I should stop whilst I'm ahead. Any case.
Very good. So next Sunday.
Well, no, what about
this
these things?
Sunday.
Yeah, got a couple of things, something tonight.
Well done for keeping me on track.
That's okay.
Just
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Adrenaline's just rushing.
I know, I can imagine.
Hey, many of you will know that I've been studying for a graduate diploma with an organisation called Westminster Theological Centre, who we partner with as a church, and a number of people from our community studying with them. And tonight we've got an evening with them, with two of the theologians who are just brilliant guys, one called Jasper and one called Freddie. And they're going to be on our Facebook Live page tonight at 7:30. And we're going to look at, biblically, how do we keep praying in tough times? How do we keep pressing into God in prayer when the times are tough? And there's going to be time for Q&A over Facebook through the comments. So I really want to encourage everyone to come and join us tonight, 7:30, the Kerith Facebook page. And that will be just a superb event, just digging much deeper into the scriptures.
Sounds really accessible, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's for everyone.
Yeah.
And
Great.
It'll be good.
Obviously, Easter is coming. Easter's coming up, so we do want you to kind of get the dates in your diary and be ready to experience Easter with us. Even if I say such a significant time, it's underplaying it, isn't it, really? But a wonderful time to come together as a community. So Good Friday, there's a kids special at 9 o'clock in the morning. There's an online experience, 8 p.m. in the evening. Already, we filmed that. It's wonderful.
Really good. Yeah,
Simon does a brilliant preach. The worship's wonderful. It's just it's going to be a fantastic evening.
8 p.m. on Good Friday, so don't miss that.
And then an Easter celebration, 9 o'clock for Kids TV, 9:30 Kerith Today, and Kerith Live from 10. But all the details will be on the website. So do highlight that over your Easter weekend so that you prioritise us coming together and celebrating the death and resurrection of Jesus.
Yep, and then finally next Sunday, 28th of March, is Palm Sunday, the week before Easter. We're going to be hearing from Ben Britton on West Wight and hearing more about the Easter events coming up. So be with us for that.
But for now, over to Kerith Live.